Hi there, this is Barry with Modern Exterior here in Madison on Wilshire Lane. We're actually doing some work next door here at the neighbor's house, and her neighbor had asked that we come up on her roof and check her roof out to see if there were any issues that she was having as well. So a couple of things I did see while I was up here. The first thing I noticed is what we call craze cracking. And this is nothing to freak out about, but you can see these kind of randomized cracks, very shallow in those shingles. And what happens is there are volatile compounds in these asphalt shingles. And over time, through heat exposure and thermal cycles, those volatile compounds will kind of evaporate out of the shingles, and they'll actually shrink the shingle and they'll make them dry up and they can become more brittle. Well, so it's nothing to freak out about, but it is something you want to keep monitoring because one, it is exposing the asphalt layer of the shingles to UV rays and things like that. And it can be a problem that becomes worse and worse. And as we see here, there's some craze cracking, and you can see the kind of granulosis that can lead to that. It gets really bad over time, and it can actually lead to big cracks and torn shingles like that. The other thing I noticed while I was up here is something that I see in a lot of houses here in the Madison area, south central Wisconsin. We get, especially in the fall, these really good winds that come through. And what'll happen is over time, wind will blow some dust in under the adhesive that seals these shingles down. When these are laid down, there's a seal right along here that heats up with the sun and keeps the shingles laid down. But over time, dust and thermal cycles and things like that can contribute to failure of that seal. And what can happen, as you can see, I can easily get my hand underneath here, and it can actually start to work its way up, further up the shingles, and it creates this zipper-like pattern.